All right, everybody of 92Q, it's Eboné, your digital queen. I am here with I don't even know how to describe her. She's just multifaceted, Grammy Award singer, winner. You have an author, pastor, beautiful mom, just all the accolades. Miss Erica Campbell, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm excited.
Me too.
You bring this sort of energy that's just bouncing. It's positive. We're going to talk about that later, but
Yes.
you have this presence and I'm so amazed by it. So I thank you so much for joining me today.
It's my honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Now, we all see you as all these different titles and accolades, but do the kids see you as that? Do they see, oh my gosh, Mary, Erica Campbell? Do they see any of that at all?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. When I'm in the South, they see it more. LA is so full of so many people, so they don't really see it that much. But when I hear them talk about me, so, every Sunday, my husband does something amazing. At dinner time, he says, okay, we're just going to speak well of mommy. And they all go around the table and pray for me. They pray that I'm good on the radio show, that I get good rest, and they pray that I'm happy and healthy. It is, when I tell you, it is so heartwarming and wonderful to hear them affirm me, and not just, most kids are just asking for things, but to hear my kids speak well of me is a 100% blessing.
Yeah, and that's just an amazing thing to see, especially as a young kid, for everybody to get along in a Black household, especially, and nothing but positivity to come out. That is beautiful. When did y'all start that? Was that always a thing?
No, my husband started it probably before the pandemic, because we do church, so there's always dinner after church, and we bring someone in to cook because sometimes I'm preaching or singing or going, so we want to make sure that we have a time to sit and just focus on one another. And he just came up with it one day, and every now and again I steal it and I go, well, today we're gonna speak well of daddy. Just trying to love on one another. I don't want my kids to get grown and be in therapy and go, we went to church, but they didn't ever talk to us. We went
come
to
on
church,
now.
but they didn't ever love us. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want that testimony. So I want to make sure that my kids feel the love, that they don't feel second to my career or the busyness in my life, that I drop for them whenever they call, whenever they need me.
Yeah. And it's very true though. You all the positivity and the affirmations that you and your family do, it's also within your book. You talked about it with the More Than Pretty. First of all, what brought you to create this book and this title, More Than Pretty? Why did you do this?
Well, when I first came out as a solo artist, one of the first comments I saw under my song, A Little More Jesus, on iTunes was, oh no, honey, you don't need a little more Jesus. You need a little more Tina, because you're just the pretty one. Tina's the one that can really sing. I know, ain't that mean?
That is so mean.
That's so mean. But I decided to take that and use it as fuel to really show who I am. It's easy to get, lost in the shuffle when it's a group, because it's always the girls. It was always you two. It was always, what do you guys want? Never focusing on the individual, which can make you feel away. Because what I realized is God didn't give us a twin gift, and that there was so much to us. And so our stories have evolved, and it's really been a blessing. So I wanted to put all that in a book. Plus, I got daughters, and we don't talk about being beautiful or what that means, what that looks like, what you go through to get to a place of being confident. Some women are beautiful and still are very insecure. They're in constant competition with everybody. And I don't exist in that emotional, spiritual space. So I wanted to write a book that would teach us that we have to embrace new normals, that we have to forgive and let go and grow, that we have to be the very best version of ourselves, not the insecure, afraid, or angry version, not the overdone, the truest version of yourself, and know that it's okay. Yeah. However you look, however you come, feel good in your skin. I'm only in competition with myself. I'm in my own race with me. I'm trying to be better than I was yesterday. And I put all of that in the book because I really just want to help people, men and women, and I think it's a tool that can really help us see ourselves differently. It's kind of honest, it's just honest.
Did you ever feel that way though? Though somebody said, oh, you need Tina. Did you feel like you was just a pretty face, or did y'all make that into y'all's relationship?
Nah, that was never, that's just what somebody said. But because I was on my own, it hit different.
Yeah.
I grew up in a church where my uncle said, everybody love me and I love everybody, and don't tell me nothing different. So I'm not addicted to what people say. Like I wear it as a loose garment because I love the people, but the people will change their mind in a minute.
Come on now.
Come out with a song they don't like, they change their mind. You wear an outfit they don't like, they change their mind. They will love you and then not love you real quick. So I learned to take it but not own it. I heard it, but I'm not owning that. I'm not going to sleep with that. I'm not tattooing it on my arm. That ain't the truth. I know who I am. I know whose I am. And that's literally the lyrics. That's why the song Positive starts like that. I know who I am and I know who I'm not. I know the difference between the two, and it tells me a lot. When I know God's on the throne of my life, he tells me all my wrong lefts and when to go right.
Yes,
he's
ma'am.
The king, he's the God. He's the biggest. He's the truth. He's the life. He's the realest. When he tells me he loves me, I feel it. Ain't nobody on this earth that can steal it.